you guys ready to watch this video? We're going to be watching the streamer who went from 165,000 to 50 viewers. Directed by Faint. And I didn't watch it. So all I did was I read the comments and I was like, okay, the comments are kind of making me happy. They're nice. They're being nice. So I guess it must be a reflection of the video. So I wanted to watch the video with you guys. Here we go.
In 2018, at just 19 years old, Myth would become the second most followed streamer on Twitch. In 10 months, he went from a small streamer averaging 50 viewers to becoming one of the biggest creators in the world, with a new average of 37,000 live viewers. Myth was an early adopter of Fortnite Battle Royale and had become regarded as the best player in the world alongside Ninja.
Do we have any Myth fans in the house?
He would rapidly gain millions of followers across his various
That was so fucking nervous, dude.
And was averaging over 1 million views per video on his YouTube channel. But 5 years later,
Bean
in
Boozle.
2023, things have changed a lot. Myth
Damn, he caught it as it went down.
For 2 years, rapidly losing followers on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
Not wrong, brother.
To under 100 people.
V-Rising! Yo, V-Rising is so good, though. Hold on. Boys, we need to play V-Rising again. That game is so fucking good. I know none of you guys will be here to watch it, but I do not care because this game is fucking amazing.
100
Audio's low? Oh, is that better?
Perhaps hard to fathom considering where he once was. So what happened? How did
Is that better?
Go from the second biggest streamer in the world to this? Well, let me explain by taking you back to the start, where it all began.
To the start.
Myth's online presence can be traced back to November 2013, when he would create...
Still a bit low. Hold on. How about now?
His current YouTube channel at the age of 14. As with most gaming creators at the time, he would begin by posting low-quality Minecraft and Call of Duty videos. However, his content would see huge improvements over the next few years, and by 2016, Myth began streaming on Twitch and uploading the highlights to his YouTube channel. Around this period, streaming was far less normalized, and was a laughable career option in the eyes of the mainstream. But despite this, Myth had set his sights on becoming a successful streamer and was putting in a serious amount of time and effort. At an incredible consistency. Streaming almost every single day, often for over 5 hours straight. All while still attending high school and working at a coffee shop. But Myth's hard work would pay off quickly, and by November 2016, he was streaming to an average audience of 50 live viewers. During this period, Myth's streams were focused almost entirely around one game.
Paragon.
Despite
Let's
there being a vast plethora of games with far higher viewership potential on YouTube and Twitch, Myth would continue to dedicate himself to Paragon.
Guys, I'm going to time you out if you spam the same paragraph message over and over again.
Nothing but this game on his streams. However, his loyalty to Paragon would prove to reap little rewards in terms of growth, as by mid-2017, Myth was still averaging around the same viewers as the year before. Things were starting to look less optimistic for the young streamer. That was until September 2017.
Let's go!
When Myth would make a decision that would change his life forever. When he would finally take a chance on a game other than Paragon and turned his attention to a new release, slowly gaining traction in the gaming community.
The Shimby gameplay was so fire, though.
And turned his attention.
I was like one of the first to mastery on fucking Shimby.
To a new release, slowly gaining traction in the gaming community. Fortnite Battle Royale. Fortnite was somewhat similar to that of PUBG and H1Z1, two Battle Royale games that were extremely popular and topping the charts on Twitch at the time.
Oh my god, however, A-lit compilations, dude, you know.
But Fortnite gave a fresh take on the genre, moving away from what could be considered a mature art style and gameplay to a more wholesome aesthetic with bright colors, high saturation, cartoon-styled character models, and dancing. Initially after Fortnite's release, many gamers and streamers were quick to write the game off, seeing it as a goofy PUBG knockoff made for kids.
I started playing it and I did not stop.
It cast doubt on the quality of the product. After all, in 2017, it was extremely rare for a free game to have any long-term substance or success. But whilst the vast majority of streamers and players were sleeping on Fortnite, Myth was there on day one of release and streaming the game to his audience. And after his first Fortnite stream on 12th of September 2017,
damn, that was my first Fortnite stream. I streamed 10 hours.
He would continue to play and stream Fortnite for many hours every single day. And let's just say being an early adopter and believer in the game would prove to be a stroke of genius. Myth was putting in far more hours than 99.9% of players, consistently streaming over 8 hours every day, and would quickly become one of the highest skilled players on Fortnite. Whilst it would take most players weeks, if not months, to get just one single win on the game, after only 5 days of playing, Myth had won an absurd 22 games. A feat so impressive that even the official
Whoa. Oh my god, Fortnite did tweet me out back in the day. Holy fuck. Wait, that is wild. Holy shit.
My Twitter page took notice.
Wait, that's pretty crazy. I forgot about that.
For context, getting a win on Fortnite was no easy task.
They were the realists for that.
In each game
oh my god.
Last man standing in a world where one single shotgun bullet or sniper shot can defeat you. There was a lot of room for failure. A win
22
on the game
Vigoroids.
was in fact so special at the time, the players would post pictures to their social media accounts, flexing the now iconic Victory Royale screen. Getting just one win was an achievement, but Myth was making it look like a walk in the park. And only one day after his shout out from Fortnite.
That's a good question. How did you manage to stream hours a day working in high school? I worked part-time, and then after I worked part-time, I streamed, and I slept 6 hours a day. Every day I went to school. So I would be in bed by 12, up by 6, and school by 7. And, you know, that's just what I fucking went with. I also had no social life. I had no friends. I did not go to parties. I did not drink. I did not do drugs. I didn't do anything but that. You know, I just gamed.
Myth had increased his win count by 8, reaching 30 victory royales. The same day,
he has 30 now.
Uploading highlights of his gameplay to YouTube, including a video of him dropping 20 kills in one single game. This level of skill was incomprehensible. Most players would be lucky.
That is crazy.
1 kill.
That is wild when you think about when I dropped a 20 bomb. Like, that's fucking crazy. In a solo game, I dropped a fucking 20 bomb. Back in 2017, that is fucking crazy.
Meanwhile, Myth was taking out an entire fifth of the lobby himself.
That is pretty fucking wild.
Like Myth could actually be
zero bots, no turbo build.
Fortnite player in the world.
True.
However, at this time, Fortnite was still yet to gain considerable traction.
Yeah, nobody was really fucking playing it yet.
Which was reflected in Myth's streaming stats.
True.
As despite his elite level of gameplay, his stream would see a fairly little amount of...
Dude, nobody was there. Nobody was there watching these games.
Growth after his transition.
Isn't that wild?
And he was still averaging around 50 to 70.
Yeah, nobody was fucking there, brother.
Stream. That was until November.
That's pretty
with
fucking
a stroke
crazy,
of
man.
luck and random chance, Myth would end up in the same game as one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, Summit 1G.
Oh, that's where it all happened.
Coming up against one of the biggest streamers in the world, who was streaming live to over 15,000 people. Myth would aggressively approach, outbuild, and outplay Summit. This was not normal.
Oh,
and people
shit.
were taking notice. Soon after the game,
yeah, this is the first time I killed Summit.
Summit.
We killed some. Dude, fucking titling was so bad, man. Why did you risk that Fortnite would go popular to start grinding it? It was a culmination of ideas. I really was excited for Fortnite to come out in general. This is Save the World. This was Save the World at the time, and I was really, really excited for Save the World to come out. And then I knew that Fortnite was making some sort of PvP mode. I really wanted Save the World to be PvP. I've always, like, I had that vision for Save the World. It's like I wanted the game to be PvP so badly. I wanted some, because I love the art style. I love the theme of the game. I just really wanted an experience where I could kill other people. So when I caught wind that they were working on a PvP mode, I was just waiting for Fortnite to drop whatever they were going to drop, like whatever PvP mode it was going to be. And then it was a battle royale, and I started playing it, and it was so much fun, and I was anticipating it for so long that I didn't want to get off the game. Like, have you ever played a game that you just loved so much you just didn't want to get off? It wasn't that I anticipated Fortnite's success. It's that I loved what I was playing so much from day to day that it just so happened to also take off, and I also happened to benefit from that. I didn't see Fortnite becoming this monstrosity of a game, this massive fucking game. I just really liked playing the game. And, you know, I was just gaming.
YouTube, and it would quickly become his most viewed video yet. Viewers were in awe at Myth's ability, especially that of his building skill. And with him topping the leaderboards as the player with the most solo PC wins, Myth was certainly making a name for himself amongst the small Fortnite community. And following the video where he would destroy Summit, Myth would upload a series of building tutorials, which would perform far greater than the rest of his YouTube content.
Dude, stairs tutorial.
There was no doubt in the community that Myth was the best
stairs
builder
tutorial.
In the game. And considering that Fortnite's unique selling point,
damn, Swag said that 5 years ago.
A huge title to hold.
That's crazy.
All of this led to a considerable rise in viewership on Myth's Twitch channel. And for the month of November 2017, he would average 179 concurrent viewers per stream, double that of the last month. The following month,
I remember,
December,
dude. I remember
was when Fortnite really started.
I remember that month. I remember when we got triple digits, and I was just like, man, holy fuck. It was the first time I ever broke triple digits, really, without a host. And I was just like, man, oh my fucking God. I was like, yo. I was like, I have 100+ people watching my stream right now. And I remember I couldn't believe it. And I was just sitting there in my room. I was like, oh my God. Dude, what the fuck?
To pick up pace in terms of popularity, and thanks to Myth's prolonged commitment to the game, his stream would begin to blow up. December 1st, 142 live average viewers. December 2nd, 332 viewers.
This was crazy.
Myth had doubled his
December was wild.
in just one day.
December was fucking crazy. December was the month where I think my viewer count almost doubled every single day of December.
But things would get even better when once again, Myth would find himself in a Fortnite lobby with Summit. And when the two players would eventually encounter one another, they would have a 1v1 battle that would go down in Fortnite history.
It's crazy how all of us grew up together, man. Time really be going fast, dude. It is, man. This was all like, what, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever.
Summit would notice a base at
crazy.
the top of a hill. Little did he know Myth was the one waiting inside. Summit then decides to aggressively build upwards towards the base, ready to engage.
Man, thank God
but instead
I
of
built
Myth sitting
bases,
idly like the majority of players would, he starts building at incredible speed.
At incredible speed, slow as a fucking slug compared to now.
He keeps building higher. Stop building so high! Stop it! Is this guy a... What? What's happening? What just happened?
This clip gets me, man, every fucking time.
He built he kept building up and building up and building up, and I couldn't catch him. 1,400.
God bless Summit's reaction, dude. His reaction here really, like, if he just would have no reaction to what happened, shit would not have moved as fast as it did for me.
How did that man shotgun me down beneath like that? Did you see that?
Good fight, Summit. I like that.
I've never seen that strategy used. I've never seen that strategy. You could tell he's a good player. I've never seen that strategy used where
Summit's a realist for
base,
that.
You just keep building up, keep building up, keep building up.
Like the fact that he's giving me praise here instead of just like shitting on me. You know what I mean?
That was impressive. Not gonna lie.
For the second time,
or just like quickly
Myth
moving
had
on.
completely
Nice reaction, brother, man.
One of the biggest streamers in the world.
All right, chat.
This kind of building gameplay was not normal. And of all the thousands of viewers in Summit's stream who witnessed the fight, the same question was likely going through their minds. Who is this Myth guy, and how is he so good at the game? And it was no coincidence that soon after this moment, Myth's stream would begin to grow even faster. December 16th, 570 viewers. December 24th,
dude, yep.
Viewers. December 26th,
just every fucking day.
Viewers. December 28th,
boom,
3,000 live average viewers. Myth had multiplied his viewers over 20x in the space of 1 month. And whilst many streamers would slow down on streaming over the holidays, he was grinding an average of 10 hours every day.
Fuck the holidays, bro.
As Myth's Twitch was skyrocketing,
fuck the holiday ever do for me.
More fuel would be added to the fire.
Fuck the holidays.
Would post a clip from Myth's
try and get this money, nigga. Shit.
The video was titled
Come on!
Fight, I'm the Myth, and would quickly go viral.
Wait, who's this?
1 million views.
Wait, what is
In
this
the clip,
video?
Myth could be seen in an intense build battle against another player.
Wait, have
a
I?
fight that he would go on to win. And whilst in hindsight, this gameplay may look underwhelming to the average Fortnite player in 2023,
Oh, shit.
at the time, this kind of building was exceptional and was incomprehensible.
Okay, you see that 90?
To the average player.
See that 90?
Started playing the game over the
All I'm
holidays.
saying, bro.
Ending the month with 34,000 followers gained on Twitch and 21,000 more subscribers on YouTube, Myth's rise to fame is in fact only just getting started. And
That
on
is
the 10th
wild.
of January 2018, he would sign a professional contract with the esports
Oh,
organization TSM, bringing a new level of respect to his name and, of course, more eyes to his stream. On January 15th,
That shit was
he would post one
wild.
of his most viral videos yet, where he would get 27 kills in one game, which would quickly amass over 2 million views. And it was no coincidence that, in the week following this upload, Myth's average concurrent viewers on Twitch would rise from around 3,000 to 7,000. The growth was starting to get even faster, and by this point, Myth was gaining around 10,000
Never you sound see something that
followers per
early?
day on
Yeah,
Twitch.
so yeah, I was the first signed Fortnite player. Yeah, that was just fucking what? When did you say this happened?
Subscribers on YouTube, Myth's rise to on the 10th contract with the
Yeah, 2017.
Myth's the holiday.
no,
followed
2018,
that
December.
Contract with the esports organization TSM, bringing
January?
a new level of respect to his name and of course.
It was the new
more
year. It was the
eyes
new
to
year,
his stream.
2018.
On January
Yeah.
15th, he would post one of his most viral videos yet, where he would get
Yeah, bro.
27 kills in one game, which would quickly amass over 2 million views. And it was
Do you
no
have family meetings during those
coincidence
holidays?
that in the
Fuck
week
no, bro.
following
My
this
family,
upload,
they're all Muslim,
Myth's
bro.
average
They don't
concurrent
celebrate
viewers
Christmas.
on Twitch would rise from around 3,000 to 7,000.
Also, you gotta like listen when I hit 2,000-3,000 viewers, I was like, day off? What? What do you mean day off? No day off. No day off. What do you mean day off? There is no day off. Simply. If you like this is all I've wanted all my life as a kid. I was gonna take a day off? Not in listen, if there ain't a cold day in hell that I would have taken a day off at that point in time. You see, listen, I don't know, bro. I don't know what would have gotten me off my computer at that point. Because I'm talking, look at these numbers from January 16 to January 24. Another double in viewership. Like, what?
The growth was starting to get even faster, and by this point, Myth was gaining around 10,000 followers per day on Twitch. In the space of a few months, he'd gone from being completely unknown and making presumably very little money from streaming to becoming one of the most viewed streamers on the site, and undoubtedly making thousands of dollars per day from his stream, YouTube channel, and brand deals. Alongside this, Myth would reach 1,000 wins on Fortnite, and every one of his YouTube videos were consistently getting hundreds of thousands of views. But it got even better. In February 20...
Fun fact, for the first year of Fortnite, so probably when I signed TSM from 2018 to 2019, I didn't make $1 off my YouTube channel, basically. I struck a... oh, man, this shit. Well, I made some money. I think it was like 70-30, maybe, if that. But it was fucking not a good idea in hindsight. But the editor that I worked with at the time, I guess it was like recommended from TSM. They were like, yeah, you should just like kind of like get this editor on and then give them most of the money of your channel, because then they'll work on your channel like, you know, for free or whatever, but like take the revenue. So we honored that agreement with that editor. And they made one of the biggest paydays in a year for a YouTube editor in the history of YouTube editors. This is a historical moment in the editing community. So TSM fucked you? No. They didn't fuck me. I didn't know better. They didn't know better. It's just a mistake on all fronts. I didn't work with, it wasn't TSM's editor. It was like somebody that was in the company like told me that I should do this. Since I don't have money to pay for an editor, so that's what I did. We did that, and yeah, that editor he got a fucking bag. Wasn't a mistake for the editor. Nah, fuck no. And plus, you need to also think about how fast I grew in a year. We weren't expecting this amount of growth in a year. Like, plain and simple, the editor the editor got really fucking lucky that my channel took off in the amount of time that it did. Because who knew that I would blow up to that degree? I didn't fucking know. The editor didn't fucking know. So we honored the agreement, and you know, inshallah, the editor did good things with that money, and you know, helped out his family, helped himself out. You know, alhamdulillah, he got food on his plate. You know.
2018, TSM would announce their official competitive Fortnite team, a squad consisting of Myth and 3 other upcoming pro players: Daquan, Camille's, and Hamlin's. They quickly became the most lethal squad in the game and would destroy every lobby they played in. And let's just say, the viewers loved it. Fortnite was now beginning to transcend the gaming community, and the rapid growth of the game was starting to gain considerable
Man, I was so fucking right.
At the forefront of this hysteria was the streamer Ninja, who was also seeing an unprecedented level of growth.
I didn't explain what I was doing. Back in the day, I remember I was talking to another person from at the time, and they were like, you know, you shouldn't stream your scrims or like playing with your team because, you know, people like get onto your like strats and whatnot. But I was like, dude, no, like people want to see us fucking play together. People want to see us fucking win these scrims. And I was so fucking right. Some of those videos, those scrim videos that we posted up with the boys and shit, they fucking took off, bro.
Growth alongside the Fortnite boom, rapidly becoming by far the most subscribed streamer on Twitch and the face of Fortnite. People would often debate who the best player in the world was, and more often than not, the debate was between 2 players, Myth or Ninja.
Myth or Ninja.
2 of them saw an opportunity for more viral content and would collaborate at the end of February, playing duos
Myth or Ninja
together. It was a magnificent spectacle for the community, and following the stream, Myth would upload one of their games to his YouTube channel, becoming his most viewed video ever, quickly reaching over 5 million views. Myth's growth was getting outrageous at this point, and by the end of February, he was the 3rd most sub streamer on Twitch, and doubled his average concurrent view count
47,000 subs, huh?
to 11,000 average viewers, all whilst gaining 400,000 new
And can I add one thing? I was running ads during that entire thing because TSM required me to run ads. And I was running ads before anybody on Twitch was running ads. I rest my case.
Followers. But it didn't stop there. Myth would take note of the success from his collaboration with Ninja, and a couple of weeks later, would begin playing duos with one of the most popular streamers in the world.
Oh my god, Pokimane!
This collab would prove to bring even more attention to Myth's streams, with multiple viral fan-made videos uploaded to YouTube. 4.7 million.
You still working at the coffee shop at that time?
Million,
No.
11.
Oh my, dude, biggest mistake in the world. Me and Pokey should have just capitalized on this shit and made the videos ourselves. Listen, Pokey, if you ever watch this clip, we fucked up so hard by letting these channels take our fucking footage and clip that shit. We fumbled that bag so fucking hard. We should have been the ones uploading those videos because guess what? They were gonna get uploaded anyways. We should have done it. We should have done it. Biggest flop.
Million views. However, Myth didn't solely
biggest
rely on
flop
operations to continue his growth and was still focused on his gameplay, proven by another viral video posted to his YouTube showcasing a 39 kill solo versus squad match. For the month of March 2018, Myth would once again double his Twitch viewers, consistently pulling over 20,000 average viewers per stream. On top of this, he would gain a
clip channels are crazy.
800,000 followers.
Oh my
in the process
god.
of which he would break over 1
no
million
fucking way, huh?
on his Twitch channel.
Yeah, we hit 1 million.
That was wild.
Twitch followers.
Dude, you guys remember this badge?
For myself, I wouldn't cry.
Oh. He's crying.
Myth seemed unstoppable at this point. In the space of only 4 months, he had gone from being relatively unknown on Twitch and YouTube to becoming one of the biggest and fastest growing creators of
not
all
even
time.
a year, 4
Things just
months.
seemed to get better and better for Myth at this point.
What the
but that was
fuck?
until April 2018 came around, when Myth...
Bro, can we just skip it? Would it be out of pocket if we skipped it? Oh, where, dude? This man is the fucking rarest bug in the game, man.
Myth was invited to a Fortnite tournament hosted by Ninja at the esports arena in Las Vegas.
I shouldn't have went.
With huge amounts of pressure and expectation on his shoulders to perform against other players, this event would prove to be the first pitfall in Myth's career thus far.
I can see it right now. He's already coming up with an excuse. How do I tell everyone that I fell off the map? Like, what do I do? How do I let everyone know that I didn't get that many kills and I fell off?
Did Ninja say that at the event?
Unprecedented speed.
Jeez, this
was a different animal.
What?
And having recently
you really didn't give a fuck about me back in the day. He was ruthless.
Who better to host the first ever in-person Fortnite tournament than him? Ninja
Holy
and Myth were
fuck!
essentially the two biggest
Absolutely ruthless, dude.
And with them both being seen
Fuck,
as the two
man.
best players in the game, viewers were dying for the opportunity to see the two officially face off against each other in a game of Fortnite.
It's a cutthroat
With
business.
Fortnite fans
Damn right
seeing
it
this
is,
as an
dude.
opportunity to finally settle the debate amongst the community as to which of the two players was the best in the world. Naturally, this created a huge anticipation, and viewers were edged on their seat.
Oh, they were
expecting Ninja
edged
and
all
Myth
night long.
to partake in gun battles and build fights of magnitudes that had never
Just didn't
been
happen.
seen before. The event came around and the stage was set, and it wasn't long before 680,000 live viewers
That's
came
wild.
flooding over to Ninja's live stream of the event, thus breaking the record for the most concurrent viewers of all time on
That
Twitch.
was crazy.
All eyes were on Myth and Ninja.
Myth, a very, very popular player. Crazy big on Twitch. These two going against each other, is there anything else you can think of in Fortnite that might make you a little...
This is the absolute biggest thing.
You guys, besides Ninja,
Oh.
I think tonight the one guy.
No, I don't want to hear it, dude. I said I was going to win like 3 games.
Over here. Can I hear it in the house? How many of you guys are here waiting for Myth to do some domination tonight?
Skip.
How are you feeling
Please
coming
skip.
into this final
Oh,
game, trying
I'm
to
going to
destroy
cringe. I'm
Ninja?
going to fucking
I
cringe.
feel really, really confident in my ability to do that task.
Out of these next 3 games, how many do you think you're going to win?
Minimum 2. Like, I want to win minimum 2.
Oh, okay,
games.
say
I go for
2?
super. But I think I could definitely get 1.
With expectations of Myth,
Oh, wait, it actually wasn't that bad.
Extremely high. And
Wait, I said
comments of
2.
confidence
That's not bad.
during his pre-game
I thought I said
interview,
3.
Everyone was expecting to see incredible gameplay from the star
All right.
player.
We'll take
But
it.
unfortunately, the event would prove to be a complete disaster for Myth and painfully anticlimactic for the audience. As Myth
True.
would put on an extremely disappointing performance,
True.
dying very early on in 2 games and awkwardly falling to his death during a build battle in another.
Now, I don't know if you know, but Myth fell off the side of a mountain.
Yeah, he fell and died.
Health insurance man paid for those broken ankles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see it right now. He's already coming up with an excuse. How do I tell everyone that I fell off the map? Like, what do I do? How do I let everyone know that I didn't get that many kills and I fell off?
Myth, let's talk about what happened in this game.
I was going to play the high ground early, and then... But yeah.
The thing is, that shit was... I just want to set this record straight. That this was deemed a bug, and they have fixed it in Fortnite. I just want to set the record straight. Just one last time.
Yeah, so we got into a little skirmish, and then off the side of the hill, I like encountered one of the rarest bugs in the game, which is like when you make an edit or like build something, it'll just fling you off. And so that happened, and it was really unfortunate.
Damn, I wanted to cry so
Despite the
badly.
anticlimactic nature
You hear it in my
of the
voice, you hear it in my
tournament,
throat.
One poor performance wasn't going to be enough for Myth to completely lose his status in the community. In fact,
That's true.
He continued to grow at speed, and in the month of April would
Yeah, my
average
voice. I wanted to cry. I just wanted to fucking
35,000
cry at that
viewers,
point.
whilst gaining 700,000 followers, topping it all off by averaging 1 million views per upload on his YouTube channel. In May of 2018, Myth would move into the new TSM house. He was now under the same roof as his fellow Fortnite teammates,
True.
Hamlins and Daquan, and it would seem the failures of Las Vegas had been quickly forgotten, with Myth ending the month of May with his new personal best of 37,000 average concurrent viewers, a feat only ever achieved by an extremely small number of streamers. But as is often the case with creators,
Not wrong.
the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
True.
Proved to be the peak of Myth's streaming career.
What was happening in May
in
2018?
terms of viewership? And in the months following, cracks would slowly begin to show. Following
That's a
his
big
lackluster
fucking dip, dude.
performance
What
in Las
happened?
Vegas, and the
Even
continuing
I'm curious, bro.
emergence of new star players, people in the Fortnite community were beginning to ask questions in regards to the skill of Myth. Was he really as good as everyone thought? Fortnite was no longer an underground game, and most players had spent
You played
at least
Stretch Res.
months playing
Wait,
before.
true.
Thus, the skill
That
gap
wasn't the
was
TSM house.
vast. Whilst a few months
Fuck.
prior, the average player base had no comprehension of how to build
40
and
by
struggled to even
1080
get a
happened.
single win, players were now beginning to catch up to the skill and knowledge held by the early adopters of the game, such as Myth. Long gone were the days when
Not
Myth
wrong.
would consistently run into players who had considerably less knowledge of the game than himself that he could easily outplay, and people were taking notice. A post was made on the 3rd of June 2018 titled, "Is TSM Myth the most overrated player on Fortnite?" With one Redditor commenting, "He was the first to master building super quickly and was the best builder in the game for a while until everyone caught up. People just remember when he used to be amazing."
That is
but
true.
It wasn't just this post. Just a week later,
wrong.
another viewer of Myths would write,
Oh,
"Is TSM
man.
Myth really good enough for a pro team?" The
This fucking- this
17% win
subreddit made me wanna
percentage
kill
and a
myself.
4.72 KD this season is just not good enough for competitive play. But he is somehow the team leader for one of the biggest teams within Fortnite. Whilst the 17% win rate and 4.72 KD was far greater than what the vast majority of players could hold, it was nowhere near good enough for someone to be labeled as the best in the world.
I mean, true.
But how could Myth's skill level fall so drastically? So
People got
quickly?
good fast, brother.
Well, as proven by Myth and Ninja, being the best Fortnite players in the world came with unfathomable riches. Thus, the competition when competing at the highest level got more and more competitive. Of course,
Absolutely.
with an ever-growing player base, it was only natural more competition was going to arise. For the first time, viewers' eyes were straying from Ninja and Myth and onto other emerging new players who were starting to
Oh,
show
yeah.
talent
Okay, no, no.
arguably far
Tfue,
greater than
that's what
Ninja
happened.
and Ninja ever displayed.
Tfue
Whilst
came
Myth had the
around.
occasional comedic moments in his content and a likable
I think Tfue
personality,
really came
there was
up
no
and people got
denying that the main
fucking-
reason people came to watch his
Tfue's
stream was
rise
because of his gameplay. People wanted to
was
see
insane.
the best Fortnite player in the world.
Come
And
in,
whilst this
Tfue.
demand was
Oh,
fruitful,
I thought that's where
when
it was
Myth
gonna
was
come in.
regarded as the best in the game, there was always the risk that if he
It's
were
true.
to fall down the ranks, his viewership would be in huge trouble. Other players were playing better than him, getting more kills, building faster, winning more games. This could
Jesus
no longer
Christ,
provide
mongrel.
the best gameplay available for viewers to consume. So naturally,
factual.
his audience would slowly lose interest. Myth's build battles from just a few months prior that were jaw-dropping were no longer even remotely impressive. And with the addition of turbo building to the game, an update which gave control
Yeah,
of
it was
players
over.
far greater
It was over,
capabilities
brother.
when building, more and more players were
It
able
was
to
done.
build at a
It was
level
done
that
for me.
previously made Myth go
It
viral. Myth
was
slowly
done for
beginning to
me.
lose his status amongst the Fortnite competitive community. And for the
Hey,
first time since bursting
was
onto
done.
the scene in late 2018, Myth would see a decrease in his
Turbo
average
Building
views
came
on
out, I said,
Twitch,
"Assalamu
averaging
alaikum."
29,000 concurrent viewers and
Bye.
gaining 518,000 new followers. The fact that these numbers could be considered a down month just goes to show how astronomic Myth's success was. But as Myth's viewers were slowly decreasing, there was another player whose followers and
There he
viewers
is.
were shooting up at intense speed. Tfue. Whilst previously the debate was always whether Myth or Ninja was the best player in the world, Myth wasn't performing at
Nah,
a high
Tfue's
enough
the
level
GOAT.
anymore and was no longer in the conversation for the best player
Tfue,
in the world.
unironically,
Thus, Tfue would replace
Tfue is probably my bet for best Fortnite player, like just in the world, like OG, fucking hands down the greatest player of all time.
him as the new rival to Ninja. Seeing this shift in attention, on July 3rd, Myth would take advantage of what could be considered a negative and collaborate with Tfue, a collaboration that would go on to be his biggest video of all time.
True.
The video consisted of the two battling in a new game mode released on Fortnite called Playground Mode. A mode that would turn out to be one of the most impactful updates that would ever grace the game. The mode allowed players to create their own private lobbies, where they could play with unlimited building resources. Prior to this update, if a player wanted to practice their building, they would have to spend huge amounts of time in an actual public game farming materials, and they were always at the risk of being killed. Now all of a sudden, players could spam builds for hours on end. This feature would see a dramatic increase in the skill level of the most dedicated players to the game, which naturally created more and more competition for Myth and the wider player base. However, Myth was still a force to be reckoned with, proven by a video released to his YouTube channel on July 29th that amassed 7 million views. Along with this, Myth had managed to slow the decline of his Twitch channel, with him averaging around the same concurrent viewers as the month prior, and would actually have an increase in followers gained, adding another 580,000 to his Twitch follower count. And with this large addition of new followers, a week later, Myth would become the second most followed streamer on Twitch of all time. And in this month of August, for the first time in a while, Myth would begin to take interest in other games than Fortnite, and would stream and upload content of him playing Rainbow Six Siege to his YouTube and Twitch. This was definitely a gamble, considering Myth's audience had...
Dude, there's an alternative universe where I play fucking Rainbow Six and keep playing it, and like become one of the biggest Rainbow Six creators of all time, which I think is funny. People still come into the stream to ask me when I'm going to play Rainbow Six.
Almost entirely come from his Fortnite streams. However, the video would perform well on his YouTube channel, amassing over 1 million views. Perhaps Smith saw the writing on the wall in terms of the longevity of his Fortnite career. Considering the increase in competition, maybe his new growth strategy would be to become a variety streamer. But it's hard to tell, considering the video was in fact sponsored. Perhaps Smith was just securing the bag for a couple of days before returning to Fortnite. But it didn't seem like a one-off, as once again, Myth would show his intent to play games other than Fortnite, and would stream and upload content on Battlefield 5. However,
I'm pretty sure these are all hashtag ads.
Interestingly, the Battlefield 5 content would not be as well received as his Rainbow Six gameplay, with a video posted to his YouTube getting just 240,000 views, which was a large decrease in viewership compared to his Fortnite content. And on Twitch, it was much worse, as his Battlefield stream would only get a max viewer count of 6,000, which was a huge drop compared to his Fortnite streams. Whilst expected, it wasn't exactly a good sign if Myth had long-term aspirations of playing other games on stream than Fortnite. With that said, Myth would end the month of August once again in decline, and whilst the month prior he managed to maintain 1,000 average concurrent viewers, in August that number would fall to 19,000. If this were a normal situation, that would of course be a super impressive number. However, in the context of Myth, he had managed to lose practically 50% of his Twitch average audience in just 3 months, and all of a sudden, the graph of his growth was stooping down menacingly. But it got worse, as just 1 month later, in September 2018, Myth's average viewers had been cut in half once again, from 19,000 average viewers to 10,000, and people were taking notice. And on the 20th of September, a somewhat infamous creator known as Exility would post a video to his channel titled "The Mistake That Cost Myth His Career." In the video, he would discuss the sharp decline in Myth's viewership and followers, citing the
Didn't this dude say that losing my virginity was like a major factor?
Failures of the Las Vegas event, the emergence of new players such as Tfue, and Myth playing
games
other than Fortnite,
or was that a different video?
Reasons as why he thinks Myth is on the decline.
If you would have told me that Myth would start streaming games other than Fortnite anytime soon, I probably never would have believed you. But I think in the long run, making sponsored videos and doing sponsored streams for games that aren't Fortnite could hurt him. If you're known for something, whether it's a game or a style of video, and then you totally change it up, not as many people are going to be drawn in. So taking his social media presence down the path of variety gaming could be very dangerous for him.
All of a sudden, Myth's declining statistics were brought to the forefront of people's minds, as this video would go on to gain an extreme amount of attention with over 8 million views. And viewers
he gets the best of us, brother.
In the comments. It's simple. His career was based on Fortnite.
Yeah, I think it's just it's literally that simple. It's that simple. My career is directly correlated to me playing Fortnite.
Stick the landing.
How the fuck do I get? Why does my spacebar not work?
Myth decided to try a new style of content on his YouTube channel and would release his first vlog. And it was a hit, with 6 million views vastly eclipsing his other gaming content at the time. A trend that would continue for his following vlog releases that month. This was a huge win for Myth. It's not uncommon for content creators to be carried by the games that they play, but Myth was showing that his audience were actually more interested in him and his personality than that of his Fortnite gameplay, which would have been a huge relief, I'm sure, considering his recent decline on Twitch. However, despite Myth's YouTube channel picking up once again, the same couldn't be said for his stream. Perhaps taking note of Exility's
what was my bad?
criticism, Myth had gone back to streaming almost
Elon actually
entirely
roast you?
Fortnite,
Yeah, he did.
and only occasionally would play other games on stream. However, it wasn't exactly working out well, as despite devoting himself to Fortnite, Myth's viewers would start to fall sharply once again, and by mid-2019, he was now averaging under 5,000 viewers per stream. Whilst this would still make Myth one of the biggest streamers on the platform, and most streamers would be ecstatic with this kind of audience, I doubt Myth was particularly happy with these numbers, considering that it had been just 1 year since his peak in May 2018, and he'd managed to lose almost 90% of his audience. Things were changing in all aspects of Myth's life, and around this time, he would find himself moving into a brand new TSM Fortnite house. And whilst you would expect
what was
this to
that
be a positive
haircut?
change, allowing Myth to freshen up his content, there was a big problem. His iconic teammates and fan favourites, Daquan and Hamlins, were nowhere to be seen. It would seem the good old days were over, and while Myth was still playing Fortnite regularly on stream, if there was any doubt left he wasn't an elite player anymore, it was completely gone. Proven when Myth would have a 1v1 battle with an emerging 14-year-old pro player, Clicks. And let's just say Myth got absolutely destroyed.
I got deleted.
Despite Myth's obvious decline in skill, he managed to maintain his 5,000 average viewers on Twitch and was still gaining tens of thousands of followers per month. People probably weren't watching him anymore for his gameplay ability. It was obvious he was no longer the best in the game, so boasting those kind of numbers from personality is massively impressive. Whilst maintaining his audience was good news, Myth hadn't seen any considerable upwards growth to his Twitch audience since bursting onto the...
Dude, it's kind of wild hearing somebody talk about it like this when, like, in those moments, it was only negative things in my head. Like, it wasn't even, like, not for a second in my mind was I like, man, I have 5,000 viewers that are here to watch me, like, day in, day out. Like, I would tell myself that, but I wouldn't really fully accept it. You know what I mean?
The scene in 2018. And
the chat was so bad. The chat was bad. I think that was a big part of it. Chat was cancerous at that point in time.
Getting less fresh and less popular, maybe playing just that on stream wasn't such a good idea anymore. And with that said, Myth would start mixing in other games alongside Fortnite on his streams.
Oh my god, yes.
As Myth would finally see positive growth to his Twitch, ending the year of 2019 with an average...
When I went to go play Warzone,
of 8,000 viewers.
And then I stopped playing Warzone.
It still seemed unlikely that Myth could ever get back to the level of viewership and status that he once held during his peak. But that was until April 2020, where Myth would take a huge risk, and for the entire month, would barely play Fortnite, streaming the game just 5 times for the entire month, instead focusing himself on a new game, Valorant.
Oh, he skipped the Warzone arc.
Myth pushing Fortnite aside for Valorant will prove to pay off nicely, and his viewers would rapidly rise.
That's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
5x from the previous month, seeing him average 32,000 live concurrent
that shit was pretty
viewers
wild
in April, alongside gaining 600,000 new followers. It would seem Myth didn't.
I basically had a new
Fortnite
career.
After all, it had been almost 2 years since he held this kind of viewership, and with Fortnite declining in popularity, maybe Valorant was the new goldmine. But unfortunately, the following month would see Myth's average viewers fall back down.
Fucking drops, man.
9,000.
But that's
To
good.
his previous average from months past. However, there were huge positives.
I
to
did
be
like
taken
playing
from
Valorant.
this. Myth had
It was
barely
fun.
played Fortnite since the release of Valorant's beta.
True.
And interestingly, even after the initial burst of hype of Valorant's release, he was still averaging the same, if not more viewers.
Yeah, I was
than he
averaging more.
getting a couple months prior when he was mainly streaming Fortnite.
True.
Around this time, Myth would release a video titled "The Current State of Fortnite," hinting at how disappointed he had become with the game as of recent. And for the next 3 months, Myth will continue predominantly playing Valorant and rarely streaming Fortnite. Maybe Myth didn't need Fortnite anymore, and his statistics were backing that statement. On the 22nd of July, he would stream Fortnite, 9,000 max viewers. The next day he would stream Valorant, 23,000 max viewers. Myth no longer enjoyed the game, and he didn't need to force himself to play it to maintain a
This
success in his career.
chapter 2 is
And for
so
the next
fucking
half a year,
bad.
his viewers were holding strong
Oh my
about it.
God.
Myth would play a variety of games, and instead of falling off, he actually would start growing, jumping on the trend of Fall Guys, Among Us, and eventually Rust. would prove to be a great choice.
COVID did me so well.
He would consistently see upwards growth.
I had
until
fun.
January 2021, when he would average 21.
Fuck, man. Why do all good things gotta come to a motherfucking end?
With a handful of particularly successful Rust streams. 8th of January, 71,000 max viewers. 9th of January, 74,000.
God damn! I can't keep anybody around.
Absurdly high levels of viewership on 3 different games in 3 different years. This is not normal.
COVID and
Myth
all the
was
collab
living
streams,
a
no,
dream.
for sure.
He could play seemingly whatever game he pleased.
That's
while
life.
still being one of the biggest streamers in the world, and was now blowing up again. Maybe Exility was wrong after all. Maybe Myth did make the right choice to pursue variety content. In fact, it seems
Wrong.
Myth's choice to play
Well, I
other
mean,
games
I don't
on
know.
stream than
Like, if I don't know. It's kind of a tough thing to figure out, like, whether you're right or wrong about, right? Because at the end of the day, I still had more viewers playing other games, right? And I still had a really good time doing so, and I still made a lot of money doing so. It's just, it didn't like persist long enough so that I could do it for other games.
Fortnite was actually beneficial.
You know what I
to
mean?
him, not detrimental.
It's like, it's weird.
Myth
I don't know,
would
man.
prove
It's
in the doubt
weird.
is wrong, but things can change fast in this industry. And the following month would see Myth's average viewers rapidly fall from 21,000
Coach Myth, come on.
6,000. And whilst in the past, Myth would bounce back from moments like this, unfortunately, this time would prove to be the beginning of a consistent decline
Oh,
in viewership.
shit. We
that
already
would
did Coach
continue
Myth?
from here onwards. Around this time, Myth would start to see his subscriber count on YouTube begin to rapidly fall, losing over 10,000 subscribers in most months. The same would happen with his Twitter, also bleeding thousands of followers. And on Instagram, he had lost around 50,000 followers every single month of 2021 so far. His YouTube content had become more and more varied, and he was now struggling to reach 20,000 views on videos. Even the fan favorite vlogs, which used to frequently attract millions of viewers, seemed to have lost their audience. But did Myth actually care? Maybe not. He clearly enjoyed being a variety creator, and of course, with masses of wealth,
Not
he
really.
didn't need to be concerned by the numbers. And ultimately, Myth was a Twitch streamer. That's what really mattered, and he was still gaining new followers in almost every stream. However, 8 months later,
At this point, I didn't really care.
Myth's average viewers per stream had now fallen to 3,000.
Was I playing
the
Halo?
lowest since the early days of Fortnite, almost 4 years ago. Despite a consistent decrease in average viewers, Myth would still have the
This
occasional
fucking
huge
game.
stream. One day he could be streaming to 2,600 max viewers. The
Isn't
next
that
day,
weird?
105,000.
Wait. Huh? How am I confused by this shit, dude?
One day he could be streaming to 2,600 max viewers. The next day,
What the fuck?
105,000. It's safe to
Isn't
say
that
his
wild?
viewership was very sporadic.
Raids and
at this
no,
time.
no.
Things weren't exactly looking promising. With Myth having a
That's probably like
wildly
Coach Myth.
consistent audience, heavily varied content, and a stream that would continue to stagnate for the following months, it would seem that Myth was slowly
Monkers.
falling to obscurity and wouldn't be making any headlines anytime soon.
And then...
But that was until July 2022.
Oh,
when
shit,
Myth
yeah.
would make a decision that would drastically change the future of his career as a streamer, signing a deal with YouTube that would see him streaming exclusively on their platform with YouTube Gaming, thus abandoning his Twitch channel. Myth had made arguably the most important decision a big streamer will ever make in regards to their career. Stay on Twitch or sign to a competitor on a lucrative exclusivity deal, and Myth had chosen YouTube Gaming over Twitch. His announcement would generate massive buzz on Twitter with over 120,000 likes on his announcement tweet. News of the announcement would make its way to Reddit, and viewers were quick to give their opinions. Good move for him. Chance at a fresh start as his viewership has stagnated. Even if it doesn't work out, still gets a large amount of money. Bag secured. I remember him saying in offline chats that streaming isn't for him anymore. It's interesting to see YouTube signing Myth. His stream is not what it used to be numbers wise. He went from 7 to 8k average viewers to 3k in the last months. Seemed like his Twitch career was dying, so good move. Myth is a much bigger brand name than his actual views. He averages
this is a good
around
part for me to
3K
just...
the last 3 months on Twitch.
I'm gonna just stay quiet on this part.
Big for exclusivity when there are thousands of streamers who bring more people to the platform. And for YouTube, he's a brand name people like / know, even if they don't watch him. Win-win for everyone. Despite Myth's consistent decline in viewership and followers on his various social medias, he had managed to secure the bag yet again. Whilst I can't find
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm like a thief in the fucking night.
Exactly how much this deal was worth, it's common knowledge in the industry how lucrative these exclusive streamer deals are, and it was very likely that Myth was walking away with his pockets multiple millions of dollars, if not tens of millions of dollars heavier after signing with YouTube. But whilst the money was going to be huge, there's always a catch. And it was no secret that moving from Twitch to YouTube gaming was a challenge. Despite its many flaws, Twitch was undeniably the
I'm just fucking playing, chat.
And around this time,
listen, nobody can deny the fact that I'm bag chasing
online. Twitch's live viewers.
If you hate me for it, so be it, dude.
So naturally, when big Twitch streamers would move from Twitch to YouTube, they would often see a considerable dip in viewers. And well, as you would expect, that happened. After an initial spark of interest, Myth would quickly fall from the spotlight, and less than a month after signing to YouTube, he would upload a video titled, "This is Why I Fell Off," detailing the downfall of his career from his own perspective.
And I wanted to talk about what happened to my career. This is like a question that I get a lot. It's like, yo, what happened, Myth? Why do you have this many viewers at this point versus this point? What is going on?
This is the Fortnite era. This is our peak. We come down. Genuinely, I think the main contributors to this were me not being able to keep up, hold that position as being the Fortnite guy and being like successful and competitive. As you guys know, like I got a pretty laughable competitive history in Fortnite. I didn't do well. And there are a lot of things that have to do with that. You know, one of them being I was young, man. I was 18 when all this was going on. I was super young, 18 or 19. And I was arrogant, you know, I got cocky, I had all this success, and I was like, I'm the man, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing it my way. But when that happens, if you're in a position where like, you're just an arrogant ass teenager and you're getting all this success, it's gonna be easy for that success to slip out of your hands, I feel like, if you're not genuinely looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, hey,
pretty true.
How could I improve? Who should I be listening to? How could I get help to keep this going? And that's kind of who I was. That's like a personality flaw in me though. I never wanted help. I never wanted to have to rely on somebody else for the answers. I genuinely think if I was a little bit less arrogant, was more accepting to help, I probably would have not had this decline that we see here throughout, you know, August, September into early 2019. But with that being the case, we had a decline in viewership. It happened. I had a really rough time dealing with, you know, the public,
this is where it gets real?
words and public perspective, and being someone in this industry. You know, at the caliber that I was, there's a lot of people that have their opinions, and as much as you try to not let it get to you, it got to me, man. There are a lot of moments where I would be sitting, staring at the go live button, and I would just cry. I would really break down because I knew that right as soon as I go live, I was gonna get shit on. I was gonna be told to myself.
Those were dark days.
I was gonna be told that I'm worthless and that I should quit. I'm still greatly appreciative to the success that I had and the success that I still have. Without my past, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. And I genuinely think going through the highs and the lows genuinely made me a better person at the end of the day. Having everything and then getting it taken away from you, or not taken away from you, but like you losing it at your own hand is such a humbling experience. And I am kind of happy that it happened. That was our past, but now we're here and I'm done looking at the past. Moving over to YouTube is something that happened recently. That entire transition for me honestly feels like I'm hitting a reset button. I've had all this success and everything, but now I get to really work from the ground up and rebuild the community that I feel like I never got the opportunity to build. A lot of the people that watch me for Fortnite, and maybe you're someone that was there in the past, watch me because I was the Fortnite guy. I was crazy. I was cracked at the game.
The Fortnite guy.
But a lot of people then didn't necessarily watch me for who I was, or were there long enough to learn about who I was.
Viewers were quick to show their support and appreciation for Myth in the comments of this video. This is a really mature video. I can't imagine how painful it would be to do an introspective like this. Hope you have a great success in the future. Maybe things weren't so bad after all, and well, Myth had achieved most creators' dreams. With his spell as one of the biggest streamers in the world and this lucrative YouTube deal, Myth could stream without the pressure of money playing on his mind constantly. He could do whatever he wanted with his content, which leads us to December 2022, when Myth would have his debut as an influencer boxer, taking part in Ludwig's highly anticipated local chess boxing championship. The event was held in front of a live audience.
It's crazy that we
of
did this, huh?
Fans, with more than 500,000 people watching at home.
That is
the stakes were
wild.
high, And with past memories of Las Vegas 2018, with viewers claiming Myth couldn't take the pressure, he had a lot to prove. And well, he was brilliant. Myth would defeat his opponent, and viewers were heaping praise towards him. Great fight, Myth was a beast. Myth was an absolute tank. I was proud of Myth and I hope he continues his boxing career. Perhaps boxing was the new way forward for Myth. After all, there's huge money and viewership in the business, and judging from his debut, Myth looked like he could be one of
and
the
then I
best
boxed again!
boxers around.
Round 2!
The work in. Eventually he would return home and react to his boxing match in a video that would vastly outperform his other content. But then the dust would settle, and it was back to gaming. Or was it? On March 9th, 2023, Myth would upload a much different video than usual, titled, I Figured It Out, where he would express his desire to take his
we didn't end up doing that
direction moving forward.
For a long time, I didn't know what type of content I wanted to make after Fortnite and after Valorant. I want to move to do something that makes me a little bit more happy. I've come to the conclusion that I want to help the future creators of the world have the knowledge that I have. Throughout the next
that wasn't the
few
case.
months or so, you guys will start seeing some content uploaded to the channel that just me sitting down, dissecting and going over certain topics that will help you in your journey as a creator.
The video following this lived up to Myth's statements of intent for change, and instead of his usual gaming
You
content,
lied.
it was much more serious and mature, where Myth would sit down and talk to the camera for 10 minutes, giving tips on what he feels upcoming creators need to succeed in the current landscape of content creation. It would seem Myth was about to head down an entirely new path of his content, but that wasn't the case. Following his advice video, Myth would revert back to his old ways.
Let's go, I'm fucking hooked!
Vlogs. Viewership remained sporadic. One video would hit 100k views, the next would barely break 10k. But that wouldn't stop Myth, and he would continue to upload and stream frequently.
Lion
Despite his consistency, his views continued to fall further and further, and his YouTube channel wouldn't see a single month of growth since streaming full-time on the platform for over a year. In fact, he was often losing tens of thousands of subscribers. Which brings us to October 2023, when Myth's viewership would reach all-time lows. By this point, Myth's YouTube uploads were struggling to reach even 5,000 views. Numbers perhaps hard to fathom, considering Myth had 4.4 million subscribers and used to average over 1 million views per video. But surely his streams were doing better, right? Well, not exactly. By this point, Myth could be seen streaming to an audience of under 100 people.
Dude, I had a time of my life.
Standstill and
these were so good.
To members only. Things had changed a lot.
Dude, V-Rising was so much fun.
Audience of live viewers.
I want to go back.
So lower views were to be expected, but this was a far fall from the 3,000 viewers Myth was averaging.
Hey, and I would do it all over again. Holy shit, V-Rising is so much fun.
Before leaving Twitch. At this point, old viewers of Myth may had stumbled across his channel, seeing him live to under 100 viewers, and wondered, what happened? 5 years ago, Myth was the second biggest streamer in the world, the leader of the TSM Fortnite team, gaining hundreds of thousands of followers per month on Twitch, and at one point could be seen streaming to 165,000 live viewers. How could Myth go from such heights?
Wasn't that 100,000? Isn't that Coach Myth? Oh no, that's not Coach Myth. Oh, was this Friday Fortnite? I think so.
All amounts of people. It seemed Myth had checked out of the streaming game. He was playing what he wanted, and clearly wasn't optimizing his stream for growth. Surely, it was only a matter of time before Myth's viewership would fall to 0. Well, that certainly wasn't the case, as on October 27th, Fortnite would make a huge announcement, revealing that the game would be going back to its original roots, rolling back the clock to 2018, with the release of Fortnite OG, scheduled for the 3rd of November, and Myth was ready for the nostalgia hit, and on release day, would stream the game to his audience. And of course, with Myth being one of the most iconic players of the early days of Fortnite, Myth's viewership would skyrocket, and he could be seen streaming to at least 3,000 live viewers.
The most consistent thing you did was be so inconsistent in what you wanted to do. I mean, yeah.
His chat.
I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard for me to determine what the fuck I actually want to do in this industry. It's just the truth. I think a lot of the times, there hasn't really been enough time for me to sit down with myself and genuinely think about that. Just because I have to stream every day. I can't not stream every day. Like, and then if I take days off, if I try to take time to like theorize what I got to do, I don't have the time to. So with that, I would like to announce the fact that I will be making an OnlyFans. My OnlyFans featuring my fat ass will be published and up within the next week, ladies and gentlemen. Is the Crown Show coming back? Oh, the Crown Show was canceled. Yeah, they pulled the plug on that show.
Opened back up to the general audience. Alongside this, Myth's first upload on Fortnite OG would quickly...
Oh, sorry, chat. I forgot a little disclaimer. If we can consistently hit 2,000 concurrents on YouTube, so start telling your friends about the stream, start tuning in every day, and then at 2,000 concurrents, there will be an OnlyFans. The OnlyFans will be dropped.
Amass over 400,000 views, and his channel would finally see positive growth, with him gaining over 20,000 subscribers in just 2 weeks.
Wait, why? You don't think... Wait, why? You guys don't think we could do it? Damn. All right, chat. Scammer? What do you mean scammer? You guys really seen this video and you went, nah, he ain't gonna get there. He ain't gonna get there. He ain't gonna get no 2K.
Himself in the numbers, and whilst he could have dedicated himself to Fortnite OG
and
continued inflating his audience, Myth would quickly push the game aside and play the new Call of Duty release on stream, and his viewership would quickly come falling down once again. And it would seem Myth's growth would be short-lived, and he was happy to go back to playing a variety of games that he enjoys, even if it meant his viewership would likely suffer. But even if Myth's viewers were to fall to zero in the coming months, it's important to remember this. Objectively, Myth is one of the greatest streamers of all time. In all of streaming history, there's very few people who have ever streamed to the size of audiences that Myth has, or generated the amount of wealth that he has in this industry. From riding the unprecedented hype train of Fortnite, Myth was always going to be fighting an uphill battle, maintaining his success. After all, where else is there to go when you're this far at the top? And while Myth could have played it safe and continued to play Fortnite for the rest of his streaming career, holding a more consistent audience, he stayed true to himself and his aspirations of being a variety streamer despite the risks. Whilst I'm sure there may be times when Myth finds himself looking over to his second monitor, looking at the number of viewers watching, wondering how things changed so dramatically from those years ago. At the end of the day, I'm sure Myth laughs it off, sits back, and remembers just how much he's achieved. Yeah, and then reminds himself that even if his viewers were to fall to zero, he'd still be one of the highest paid streamers in the world, thanks to his YouTube contract. Myth came, he saw, he conquered.
Yo, directed. Shut up, man. Yo.
And he secured.
Yo, shut up!
I had a lot of great times with this game, but man, I had a lot of dark times when it came to being in this industry and playing this game, bro, that I just don't even like thinking about. Really makes me sad, bro. And like the main thing is like sometimes I get mad about it because I'm like, damn, bro, what should have been the greatest time of my life is unfortunately clouded with these dark memories. Like this real depression that I had.
That's some shit I kind of struggle with, I'm not gonna lie.
The only reality of it is, you know, I just had to be stronger as a young dude, you know, because the world isn't gonna get softer for you. But obviously, that's an unfair thing to ask an 18-year-old, you know. But there's a lot of learning, and I've learned a lot of great life lessons through this game. And I'm grateful for every trial and tribulation that I've gone through. Wouldn't change anything if I had to go back. Just telling you guys that, like, made my fucking chest heavy. It's just memories, that's all. I'm in a great place right now. I'm glad I got to express that to you guys right now, because I don't think I've ever had an opportunity to express that the way that I've wanted to before. Damn, I don't wish for anything to be different.
That's cool.
Unless we get at hiding your emotions because as fans, we never knew. I mean, listen, back then, I don't think anybody would have cared.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's what I told myself. Because at the end of the day, I was here. This is where I was. What mattered back then was winning. That was it. Was being the best.
That's true.
And right as soon as I wasn't the absolute best, or arguably the best, it switched up. So then imagine if I would have came out and started talking about my emotions while people are already dogging me. Nah, bro. That's just, you're asking to get kicked while you're down, I think. So like I said, I wouldn't change anything. Because you want to know what means a lot more to me? You know, it's so full circle, man. I don't even know how many people we got watching right now, but I think it means a lot more telling it to you guys that are here right now, whatever amount of people that is, than it would have been to tell 20, 30,000 people that. Because now I know you guys are really listening. So God bless y'all, man. Thank you for being here.
I think tonight the one guy everybody's been waiting to see play is TSM Myth over here. Can I hear it in the house? How many of you guys are here waiting for Myth to do some domination tonight?
Do we have any Myth fans in the house?
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Nice. Okay,
Yeah!
okay. GG, bro. Oh, you had me there. I choked my shot.
He kept building up and building up and building up, and I couldn't catch him.
No! What?
It's kind of wild, man. Shit. That was a good video. It is crazy how little I look back on what I've like done and like feel good about it, you know? And I think like, I don't know, this video kind of like helped me see that. So, yeah, just feels really good, man. Who's cutting onions in here? Shit. I didn't think I was going to cry. Ugh. I love what I'm able to do now, and I wouldn't trade it for the fucking world, man. So, genuinely, it's like, just thank you guys. Without even the few of you that were here throughout any of the time of watching me, you know, if it wasn't for, like, you guys that watched me back then, I don't think I would have been in the position I am in now, regardless of the fact, right? So I'm just eternally grateful for all of you, man. Thank you.